Alrighty. DTN, living life. Text Nolan. How we doing, people? Text Nolan, DTN, living life. Um, Here to talk about some things I take on the road to drink. Okay? And let's cover these things a little bit extensively here. There's a product called Zest Tea, which is one of the things I take with me. It's a tea bag. You can get it also in tea leaves and things like that, so you can make your own amount. But I always buy the tea bags and do mine. The other feature I do take with me, that me and my wife takes with us, happens to be that moringa powder there. Okay, now that is a powder, and we stir that up in hot chocolate and coffee in the morning. So take that, and then there's Amino Energy. Now that's a powder, and I usually pre-pack my uh, little baggies. I have little, I think 2 ounce baggies, and I will pre-pack those with about 10 or 12 of these Amino Energies. I only drink 1 or 2 of these in a day, but I'll mix it up with about 24 to 40 ounces of water. So yeah, when I mix it with 40 ounces, that 2 ounce pack does get diluted, but it does have a lot of the amino acids that you need in your body. So it's not really just an energy drink. Now, its only downside that I really dislike happens to be that one of the ingredients is the sugar filler. It's got substitute sugar. I'm trying to remember which one it has in here. Sucrose. Yeah, sucrose is the one that it carries. I'd rather have the stevia, but yet, unfortunately, this has sucrose. I know a lot of people say that that's bad for you. When you overdo it, it is bad for you. If you keep it at a minimum, it's not so bad. But the main thing I drink is this Zest tea. So I'm going to come down here a little closer here. As you can see, it is a plant powder powered energy. It has 150 milligrams of caffeine, L-theanine, and non-GMC and gluten-free. Okay, now it comes in 6 different flavors, which is cinnamon apple, black tea, spicy mocha, chai black tea, Earl Grey black tea, Blue Lady, aka passion fruit citrus black tea, superberry samba green tea, and pomegranate mojito green tea. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about tea. Tea is a good thing for you. It has a lot of good stuff for you. Now, one thing about Zest is that they get their tea leaves from, I'd say, usually the 1/3 to the 2/3 section of the tree. And the reason why I bring that up is because on tea, if you get the top of the tree, the tea leaves from the top of the tree are always the best tea leaves. They have the most amount of nutrients. So if you go over into England and you find out that buying a tea bag costs you as much as $10 for that tea bag, that's the reason, because it's coming from the top of the tree, has the most nutrients for you. And tea comes with L-theanine in it, so that takes away what's known as the jitters. And if anybody's ever noticed that my hand shakes and things like that, that's not from me having too much caffeine, because yeah, Zest tea does have 3 times more caffeine than coffee, but it's my jitters, my shakiness comes from back in the military days. But as far as drinking caffeine, getting the shakes or jitters from that, I don't, because of the L-theanine that's in tea. So coffee does not have L-theanine in it, and that's where if you drink coffee all day, you get the jitters. Well, if you drink tea all day, or Zest tea that has more caffeine than the coffee does, but you don't get the jitters. So there's some other things. Now, also remember that tea is I want to say I'm going to mess up this word, diuretic product, which means it'll make you urinate. Which a lot of people says that it'll dehydrate you. Well, the amount of water you need to drink tea will not happen. But it does mean that you may have to stop a few more times than what you're normal. So if you're normally only stopping once or twice a day, you need to stop a few more times anyway. But this drinking tea will make you have to go. Okay, so just note that also. But as far as everything else, if you do like I do, I make my tea, I boil the water and so forth, and make a gallon. I actually make 2 to 3 gallons, and then I pour it in individual bottles and take it out with me from there. That also allows me to control the sugar that I put in it. So hence, on one full gallon of tea, I'll use 3/4 cup of sugar, which is very little. It would be what's considered as, if you was to go out and buy I'm trying to think, Love's tea, you're looking at, they're using close to 2 to 3 cups per gallon of water. So hence, you're going to be a lot less sugar than that, which is going to be good for you and help you on your cardio. See here, what else is there about this thing? Let's see here, no jitters, no crash. Let's see here, natural ingredients, clean and real. Oh, they also use a plant fiber for their tea bags. So they don't use cloth or anything to that effect. It's a plant fiber. So it comes across completely different. Now I will tell you one thing I do find fascinating about using Zestea, since I've been using it for well over 3 years, and that is that they come across, and sometimes they send the tea bags with a string on it, and sometimes the tea bags don't. So I don't know what the deal is, but I do know this much: their Blue Lady and their Earl Grey is the ones that sell out the most. Okay, now like I said, I order a variety pack, and it comes in 6, and there's 20 tea bags in each one of these 6. So that's 120 tea bags I get every 2 months, and I go through them all. So, and I use anywhere between 4 to 6 tea bags per each gallon. Usually it's 6 tea bags I use on a gallon of tea. So that gives you an idea of what I'm making and how it's all going about. Let's see here. What else is there? That's pretty much it on the Zestea. Now, the other product that I want to touch base with is this moringa powder. Okay, now this moringa powder is something that helps with digestive systems. All right, we use a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of that in the morning. I don't drink coffee, so I'll drink it with hot chocolate. However, I have gotten to where I'll drink this moringa powder just stirring it up in a cup of water, about 2 cups of water, hot water, coffee hot water, in other words, well, boiled water, and stir it up in that, and add honey, and that's all I do, and then I drink it straight. It's not too bad if you can get past the fresh cut grass smell, because that's the aroma, and it's not a smell, it's an aroma. That's the aroma it'll put off right off the bat. Get past that, then you do good. The other thing happens to be is that, like I said, this is great for your digestive system. It also helps with inflammatories, things like that. If you remember back when avocados were first introduced, in a lot of the regions, they said it was a superfruit because it had so many nutrients, so many things great for your body. Well, this moringa powder is also that. It comes from all different, the moringa powder itself comes from a tree. I don't remember the name of the tree, but yet remember it's an Asian tree, and they use every part of the tree. So all the way down to the roots, to the leaves, all that's put inside this. And it gives you, like I was pointing out, inflammatory. My wife's complained about hip and not static nerve, but yet something like it, to where it was always giving her problems. She started drinking this. She no longer has that problem. The gout in my foot, I no longer feel hardly. I know it's still there, but I don't feel it because the inflammatory is down. So those are the things about the moringa powder. And we order that through Amazon. Now Zest Tea, I order straight from Zest themselves. I can get it through Amazon, but it costs much more money. So dealing with Zest directly works out better. Then there is the Minio Energy. Now, come back around to this. The Minio Energy, anytime energy and recovery, 0 sugars, caffeine, from natural sources. Okay, now this flavor is fruit punch. I carry the red and the blue one. I forget what the blue one is, but I actually drink those two, and I go through one of those containers a month. There's 65 servings in there, in that container, and yeah, so that gives you an idea. Like I said, I drink 1 to 2 of those a day, and that also boosts energy. But at the same time, it gives me something other than sodas, because sodas are the carbonation in sodas is bad for you beyond belief. It'll actually create more problems for you than what you are familiar with. I used to drink anywhere between 8 and 12 Mountain Dews a day. I now take omeprazole, 40 milligrams a day because of it, because it ate out my esophagus, and now omeprazole keeps me from having acid refluxes. So hence, those are the things. And none of this stuff causes that. Tea can cause acid reflux. However, because I'm already on omeprazole, it's not so bad. But yeah, so there you go. There are some of the things that I drink while on the road. This stuff is, I actually say it's pretty good. Wife drinks some of it here and there, but she usually sticks to her Zip Fizz or something to that effect, which I'm not fond of, but yet in either case, that's what she likes. So you know how it is. When the wife likes something, you let it go. Alrighty. As always, peace, love, and jelly beans, people. Don't forget to like, dislike, like again, and subscribe, and notifications bell. Y'all have a good one.